All right, hello everyone. So today we are going to go through all of our warm-ups. Okay, so we will show you a variety of different static stretches that you'll do at the beginning of class when you're getting warmed up, and we will also show you some dynamic warm-ups that you will do. Keep in mind the rule of thumb is you're going to hold each stretch or do each warm-up for 20 seconds, and then you have a 10-second break before you move on to the next warm-up. Okay, so myself and Mr. Hogow are going to demonstrate what our warm-ups look like over the course of this video. We will pause periodically and we will come into the chat and ask you some questions about our video, what muscles we're working, what stretch we're doing. Okay, so make sure that you're following along because at the end you will be creating your own warm-up routine based on the warm-ups that you see today. All right, so make sure that you are engaged.
Hey y'all, we're going to go over some warm-up activities that you can do and create for your own warm-up. Like Ms. Bravo said, we're going to do each activity or stretch for 20 seconds on, then 10 seconds rest. Okay? So we're going to go over some static stretches first, and then we'll go over some fast dynamic ones too. So again, a couple things to remember. You're going to choose this as your own activity to make for warm-up for class. Okay, first one I'm going to do is a seated hamstring stretch. So right leg will be out, left leg in. Make sure your toes are pointed up. Take your opposite hand to your opposite foot. And you're trying to reach as far as you can. Keep the knees straight and try and touch your head down as far as you can. Okay, we're working on trying to stretch the hamstring right underneath. So again, remember to do 20 seconds on, and then you're going to switch to the other leg. Same thing, opposite hand to opposite foot. Knees straight, toes up, stretch as far as you can. Alright, next for a seated stretch, okay? We're going to do a quadricep stretch. So for this one, we're working on the quadricep muscle. And so we're going to take your right leg back, pull it back. Try if you can to have your toes curled here. Some kids like to have a leg here, you hold it there. Some kids like to relax, kind of depends on your comfortability level. But then you're just going to lean back. The more you lean back, the more you'll feel it stretch right in your quad. Again, 20 seconds on, then you're going to switch. Feel like quads just stretch right there, and lean back into it, and then you're going to feel it. Okay? Okay, another stretch you do from the C position are beauty queens. So, take your right leg out, left leg goes over, cross it. Take your opposite hand to here, to your opposite leg, and then you're going to kind of stretch, look behind you. And what you'll feel is kind of nice stretch in your lower back. And you'll switch it, do the same thing, and stretch. For 20 seconds on, 10-second rest. Okay, next stretch that we're doing from the seated position is the butterfly stretch. So you're going to take both your feet together, pull it towards your body as far as you can, and then your knees are going to try and touch the ground. And you're going to get your nice groin stretch in that area. So as you go down, and then to make it a little harder, you can kind of lean forward as you push down. And just hold it for 20 seconds. Okay, so for another hamstring and another calf stretch, okay, you're going to lean forward, bend your leg like if you're doing a lunge, but keep your back leg straight. And the more you lean forward, the more you'll feel a nice stretch in your calf. Okay, so the farther I go, the more I feel a stretch. If you bend the knee, you won't feel it as much. So make sure you keep it straight. Okay, and then you're going to switch after 20 seconds. Lean into it. Okay, for some standing static stretches, you can choose some arm ones. So you can do a stretch across the arm. You grab your other hand, will go up to your elbow and pull. You feel a stretch kind of in your shoulder muscle, the deltoids, and you feel it there. And then you shake it out after 20 seconds and switch. Again, feel that stretch in the deltoids and your shoulders. Another static standing stretch that you can do is a tricep stretch for right here, the triceps. And hand go over and back. Try and grab your shoulder if you can. Keep the elbow close to your head. Your other hand will grab your elbow and pull down. You should feel a nice stretch in your tricep. Now while you're doing this, you can take your other foot, kind of rotate it. That way you can get your ankle also nice and loosened up. Again, hold that for 20 seconds and then rest. And then switch to the other hand. Okay, for another activity, do is a fast dynamic activity. So first one to do is called high knees. So the whole point of this one is to keep your knee up in front of you as high as you can, your toes point up. Now if you want to start off slow, you can do that. If you want to do it standing and jogging, you can do the same thing. Okay, but it's kind of up to you. But again, for 20 seconds on. For another fast dynamic activity you can do what's called butt kickers. So for this one, we're going to work on stretching the quadriceps. And the heel is going to go try and touch your booty. So as you do it, you can start with walking. And if you get really good at it, you actually start jogging. But the biggest thing is don't put your knee up in the air. Okay? Work on those quads. For our last warm-up activity, for our fast dynamic, we're going to do is jog on toes. So the whole point of this is to be able to, when you jog, be on your toes and don't let your heels hit the ground. So you can actually just jog up and down like this, that works. Or you can go faster. But don't let your heels touch the ground. What we're working on is the calf muscle, the gastrocnemius muscle. Okay? So remember again, up on your toes and just jog. Back and forth.
All right, so this next one is our slow dynamics. We're going to start with what we call leg swings. You're going to do opposite hand, opposite leg. You're going to swing up, okay, and meet in the middle of your body. So the goal is that you're crossing over, meeting in the middle of your body and kicking as high as you can. You should feel a good stretch in your hamstrings, okay? The second one is cross town. So again, it's opposite hand, opposite leg, but this time you're going to bend down and touch your toes as the back leg shoots back towards the wall behind you. Okay, so cross over, touch those toes, back leg is shooting back, and you want to try to control this motion, okay? Again, it's a really good stretch for those hamstrings. The third one is going to be lunges with a trunk rotation. So you're going to lunge down, rotate to the right, rotate to the left, stand back up. Other leg, lunge down, rotate, rotate, stand back up, okay? Notice when I'm lunging down, I'm not letting my back knee hit the floor, okay? I'm hovering right over the floor, I'm rotating, and then I'm standing back up, okay? The next one is what we call inside outside the gate. You're going to take your knee up and rotate it out towards the wall, okay? Once you do a couple this direction, you will go out and rotate in, okay? It's a really good warm up for those hip flexors. The last slow dynamic, you're going to grab your knee, pull it up to your chest and squeeze, grab, pull, squeeze. This one is what we call knee tucks, okay? So these were your slow dynamic warm-ups. All right, so the next category that we're going to do are our agilities, okay? You might need a little bit more space for agilities than you do the other ones, but if you have a smaller space, you can make it work, okay? So the first one is defensive slides. So what you're going to do is face one direction. You are going to slide, okay? Stop, slide, back, okay? So those are defensive slides. Try to not let your feet click together when you're sliding, okay? You do want to make sure that you're leading with that front foot, okay? The second one is power skips, okay? So you're thinking you're here, okay? The goal is that you're trying to skip as high as you can. So those are power skips. You can do those standing in one spot, okay? The last one is bounds. So what you're going to do is here, you're swinging your arms, jumping as far as you can, and then hopping it back, okay? Here, jump far as you can, hopping it back. If you don't have a lot of space, you can just do vertical jumps, okay? So here, jump. All right, so those are the agilities. All right, so this last category, this is what we call our muscular endurance warm-ups, okay? So the first one, it's a body squat. So you're standing up here, you're squatting down and standing up. Okay, squatting down, standing up. Notice when you're squatting, you want to make sure that you're getting at least 90 degrees before you stand up. So this is not going to work for squats, okay? Make sure that you're getting low enough. The next one, you have push-ups. So you're going to go down to the floor. Here, you're going to do 10 push-ups. So down, up, okay? If you need to modify, okay? Here's regular push-ups. If you need to modify, you can put your knees on the floor, down, up. All right. Next one, you are moving on to sit-ups. So you're going to be this direction here, hands across chest. You're going to sit all the way up so your elbows are hitting your mid-thigh. Here and up, okay? The next one, you are going to do burpees, everyone's favorite, okay? So you'll start here, push-ups, do a push-up, hop your feet together, jump up, okay? Down, push-up, hop your feet together, jump up. That is a burpee. The last one, jumping jacks. So you're here. Notice how the cat's trying to hit me right now, okay? Jumping jacks. So those are your muscular endurance and your final warm-ups.